Hello, everyone. This is Jurgen. Today we're going to talk about the new biggest economies by 2024. This report was made by the World Economic Forum, and well, we are just going to look at it. And also, this report used the data from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, and since 1992. Okay, all the data that has been used in this report was taken since 1992, and we are going to be able to see the evolution of the biggest economies in the world since 1992. Well, everybody knows that the Chinese economy has been growing for the last 20 years in a really incredible rate. That's wow, it's really shocking from my point of view, at least. And well, this is the chart that I want to show you to everyone. And the continental shift. Basically, we can see here the world's biggest economies over time since 1992 in Asia, Europe, Americas, and Russia. In terms of Americas, the only economy that is in the top 10, it's the United States. It has been the biggest and most important economy in the world since 1992. And Canada was at the top also, as we can see here. It was at the top for a while. It didn't last very long because of the policies they had been applying that are just not good in terms of taxes, in terms of foreign investment, and so on. So that's the main reason. So the only countries in 1992 that were in the top 10 were the United States and Canada. By 2008, we can see that Canada is out of the list already, and Brazil comes into the list, and representing America as the US and Brazil. Those are the only countries representing, well, representing Russia. It's Russia there. And representing Europe, we have a lot of economies. In 1992, we have Germany, France, Italy, the UK, and Spain that were really important economies in the world. By 2008, we have Germany, UK, France, Italy, and Spain. However, we can see by 2008 how the Spanish economy has been going down. And right now, from my point of view, the Spanish economy is just uh, really bad. It's really bad, and I don't think that they are going to recover anytime soon. And I've been reading a little bit on the policies that they are trying to apply. Well, they are applying already for their country in the private sector are really bad. They are planning to raise taxes in the private sector, and it's just a complete mess. And I'm really sorry for all the people from Spain that has to have to leave that. I'm really sorry, but just keep it up. And something I wanted to mention too is, for example, here, as you can see, in 1992, China was at the bottom of all these biggest economies in the world. Was at the bottom. However, within 16 years, China, China was top three, was the third biggest economy in the world. And right now, it's the second biggest economy of the world after the United States. Actually, I read a report a few months back, last year, I believe, and that report said that China was going to overtake the U.S. economy for by this year, 2020. However, first of all, Donald Trump happened, and with the policies he applied in the economy, it helped the United States, and that's the main reason why China wasn't able to take over the U.S. economy. But something I'm pretty sure that it is that by 2024, 2025, China is going to be the first economy in the world. And from my perspective, also Russia is going to keep going up. And Indonesia, we have Indonesia here by 2024 that has been really surprised. Also, the Indian economy is growing super fast and it's going to grow even faster. And I believe that India is going to become the China, but the China of 1992, where everything was made from China. But in the future, we are going to see made in India, I believe, and it's really interesting. And the trend, something that it's just catch my attention, it's this trend of the European countries, especially of the EU, because all of these countries are part of the EU. Look at the trend here. Germany is going down and going down and going down. France is going down and going even more down here. Italy is going down, and by 2024 is going to disappear. It's going to be out of the list of the most important economies of the world. Spain also is going to disappear. It's going to be out of the list. But what I mean by this is that most of the EU countries are going to be out of the list because of the kind of policies they're applying. I mean, most of them hate capitalism, but we know, everybody knows that, at least know some basic knowledge of economics, that capitalism is the way to go. The most livable cities in the world, where the the purchasing power per capita is the highest, are capitalists. And I want to mention something besides that, that currently in the world there is not even one country that is completely capitalist. Okay, that's for sure. You can look it up on Google if you wish. However, there are a lot of countries that apply the capitalist structure, let's say, at the, in in a higher level than other countries. Okay, that's something that happened in the world. I mean, the countries that are open to a free market, are open to capitalism, are the ones that are growing the fastest. Okay, and also those countries are the ones that where people have the highest purchasing power per capita. Countries like Ireland, New Zealand, Switzerland, Luxembourg, you know. So everybody that says that capitalism is really bad, well, it's just my only answer to them is just, okay, you believe that. Well, I would invite you to Google what capitalism is and how the system works, you know, because it's not that capitalism is bad. I mean, a lot of countries that applied capitalism, and because they are corrupt, it didn't work. I mean, the blame is not in capitalism. The blame is in the people that they were just not doing a good job at all. And if you apply capitalism in the right way, or at least if you apply a lot of policies, capitalistic policies, uh, you you are going to end up as in a really good position. A clear example: Singapore, Ireland. I mean, in the case of Singapore, in approximately 50 years, is one of the best countries to live in the world, even better than the United States. In the case of Ireland too, I mean, the purchasing power from Ireland, the purchasing power per capita is higher than the purchasing power per capita of the United States, and they made it happen under 35 years, applying really good policies of free market and doing a good job managing it very well. I mean, you don't see the government getting involved with into the economy, messing around and so on, increasing taxes, and you know what I mean. So, from my perspective, France is going to be at the bottom by 2024, according to this chart and according to the forecasting that they have done in the background. But France is the only one, at least of these biggest economies of Europe, that is reducing taxes. Because in the case of Germany, they are not reducing taxes. They still have the same kind of taxation that they have been having, even though we are right now in a crisis because of the economic crisis because of the coronavirus. They are not planning to reduce taxes. The best taxation from an entrepreneurial perspective, in the case of Europe, it's in Nordic countries like Norway, Sweden, Finland, and also the Netherlands is really good because if you have your LLC in the Netherlands, I believe if you don't get a revenue of over 200,000 euros per year, you only pay 16%, I believe, something like that. You can look it up online, but I believe that it's like that. I don't remember exactly. So I just wanted to share this with you, and I would truly like, I would really like to know what are your thoughts on this. What country do you think that is going to be in the list in the future? What country do you think is going to be out, and why? You know, so it would be really nice to see your point of view. So that's it for today.